property rights for the judiciary and law enforcement officials is underway in Belize City. The seminar, organized by the Belize Intellectual Property Office, features guest speaker Louise van Grunen, an advocate of the Supreme Court of South Africa. Justice Louis Harms of the Supreme Court of Appeal in South Africa is also present to address the gathering of judges and lawyers. This morning, News 5 spoke with Deputy Registrar of Intellectual Property Rights at Belize on the purpose of the workshop.
Everything that we use has some part of intellectual property in it. And intellectual property does not only cover copyright, which most persons are familiar with, but it also covers patents, covers trademarks, the brands that we use like Coca-Cola and its brand, Pelican brand. So it covers trademarks as well, and then designs which cover the shapes of goods. So it's important that we enforce intellectual property rights because everything that we use has some part of intellectual property rights in it.
Now, I noticed that you guys have brought in a judge of the Supreme Court to be able to impart some knowledge to the participants as to the importance of this particular knowledge.
Yes, well, we have today present with us the director of the Building Respect for Intellectual Property Division at WIPO, which is the World Intellectual Property Organization stationed in Geneva, Switzerland. And then we also have the Honorable Judge LTC Harms from South Africa. And both of these persons are experts in the enforcement of intellectual property rights, and they'll be giving the participants topics based on the enforcement of IP, namely trademark counterfeiting, investigating intellectual property crime, and topics such as these. Mm-hmm.
For the participants in attendance, what is the primary takeaway from this exercise?
The primary takeaway from this exercise is how to deal with intellectual property enforcement with the as the internet moves forward and we have more cyber crimes and crimes that have become harder to enforce, and I guess you could say that the criminals have gotten a little bit smarter with the use of technology. The main takeaway is to how to deal with these new advances and how to effectively enforce intellectual property rights with the emergence of these new advances.
The session concludes on Tuesday. And that's the news. Don't forget that tonight's broadcast is available in both text and streaming video at channel5belize.com. You can also contact us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/news5live. I'm Marlene Cuellar. Thanks for joining us.